signed from Manchester United in 1988 for 300,000. A talented playmaker in the middle of the pitch, he managed to overcome a couple of significant injury setbacks during his 7 seasons at St James's Park, and was a major force in Kevin Keegan's Division 1 champions of 1993. He scored 22 goals, but will always be revered for one of them. That spectacular free kick at Roker Park. Back in Newcastle for tonight, Liam O'Brien. Now, if you go to the city of Liverpool, and this next star player is a real hero, go to another city not far from here on the East Coast, and he'll get a standing ovation. Here in Newcastle, he's again got the total respect of every fan that saw him make football look so easy with his composed, immaculate distribution. The key man in Kevin Keegan's rebuilding of the club, despite keeping the physios a bit busy at times. It's the Iceman himself, Paul Bracewell. We're now moving into the more recent era with a really popular player who had 2 spells at the club. He was a complete unknown on Tyneside when he signed from Boca Juniors in 1998 for £2.5 million to become the first Peruvian to play in the Premier League. He stayed for 6 seasons but was welcomed back with open arms when he returned 18 months later to complete more than 300 appearances for the club. And he's still going strong. Please welcome Nobby Solano. Right, we've reached the present day now. We're delighted to have with us the 2 midfield players who undoubtedly have been the foundation from the club's rebuilding. First, an England international who is without doubt playing the best football since he joined the club for £5.8 million from Manchester City in 2007. Now, his time at Newcastle has not exactly been incident-free, but he's certainly won over his critics the best way possible by just proving himself invaluable to the team and a top quality Premier League footballer. There's no doubt he's one of the main reasons why Newcastle have made such a successful return to the top flight. Please welcome Joey Barton. Finally, we come to the current captain of Newcastle United and another massive Scouse influence. He signed in January 2009 for what now looks a bargain £4 million after a decade of service to Bolton Wanderers. Team spirit has been one of the major factors in the team's revival over the past 2 seasons, and this player has been right at the heart of it all. And his goals, well, they've been priceless. 30 in 2 seasons from midfield. He had surgery last week, but we're still delighted that he's made it here tonight. This might be a slightly slower walk to the stage, but gives you even more time to appreciate Kevin Nolan. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please welcome your midfielders here tonight at the Black and White reunion? Now, the Black and White reunion hasn't just done a great job in saluting.
Thanks very much, ladies and gents. Actually, can we just have a huge round of applause to players and event management for pulling off another fantastic event. You can have a great night. So, big round. Thank you very much. Yes, Black and White reunion part 5 just seems to have flown over since the first one and has raised a heck of a lot of money for the NSPCC, probably about £26,000 up to now, which is no mean amount. There's a few things going to be happening tonight, and as Roger said, the money will stay in the area. For those of you who aren't aware, we have just opened up a new, what's called a service centre in the centre of Newcastle, which houses all of our services for children now. So it's directly helping local children to help them to get over neglect and abuse and all of the problems that they face as they're growing up, which they shouldn't have to face. Everybody should be protecting children anyway. Just a couple of things, the fundraising for tonight, you've no doubt been budgeted for raffle tickets. There's some great prizes there. The main point of the fundraising tonight is the envelope draw. You'll all see envelopes in front of you on the table. Now, we've got some fantastic prizes here, including, let's have a look, we've got the Joey Barton and Kevin Nolan canvases, which we're going to ask the lads to sign. We've also got some of the giant pictures, which are mounted up and will be framed. We've got a Newcastle United versus Sunderland 5-1 signed montage, which I'm sure will go down very well. And also, we've got a couple of experiences for anybody who's got any kids who would like to have the opportunity of a private coaching session with Alan Shearer and Steve Harper, which is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So the envelope draw, we're asking for a suggested donation of £20 per person for this, but we appreciate it's a recession, we appreciate people at times are hard. We can take card payments, but if you can't afford that, rather than dipping out at all, you know, put in what you can. But ideally, if you're on a table of 10 and that was £200, that would fund 4 counselling sessions for one of the children that's coming through our services. Just to put it into a bit more perspective, I have pondered on whether I should play this DVD or not, but we were showing it in a training session about 3 months ago, and we speak to the counsellors who deal with these sort of problems. It is hard-hitting, so I apologise for that. I don't apologise for the effect that it has on the fundraising, because at the end of the day, this shouldn't happen. There are actors in this. Please watch, please dig deep, and if you've got any complaints, please come and see me, and I'll tell you why I want.
Eternal comedian, isn't he? Ask him how many goals he scored at Harlequin in one season.
He could have not got enough figures in total, 35 and 135. Still a game. In one game.
Still a record, isn't it?
850 in training in one session.
You happy?
You're not wrong. Went to Chelsea after that. For a proper book.
Joey, a chance for you tonight. Actually, can we just turn Joey's body?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
A chance for you tonight to see the fans, and with the season being such a success, a chance that you'll enjoy, I'd imagine.
I wouldn't say it's been that much of a success. I mean, we finished in mid-table, and for a club this size, I mean, obviously it's a great achievement because we came up from the Championship last year. But we feel within the squad that if we would have been able to keep the squad together, or maybe had one or two bodies at certain times, we could have done a lot better. Unfortunately, that's not been the case. But hopefully, we have no sort of hiccups over the summer, and we're able to keep the squad together and obviously add one or two quality players to that, and then hopefully push on and really have a successful season next season.
And another chance to move up the place or two as well at the weekend with that game, and you can see from the Chelsea game people are still taking things very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of young lads who came in, and a few lads with a bit more experience, but who didn't quite have the match fitness. And I thought they didn't, they acquitted themselves great. I mean, Stamford Bridge is never an easy place to go, and I thought we were well and fully deserved the point there. And maybe on another day we could have taken 3.
And what about meeting fans tonight? Do you enjoy this sort of thing?
I don't know whether it enjoys the word, but yeah, it's always good to get out and about. I mean, I'm still a little bit tired after the game and a little bit stiff, so yeah, it's probably not the best day to do it, but minimum better if it was like a Wednesday or a Thursday night, you know, just give you the chance a little bit more rest and recuperation. But, you know, it's always great to get out, and I mean, you know, I mean, especially when it's in aid of a great charity, you know, which it is tonight, you know, the NSPCC. So, I mean, it's a great turnout, and, you know, there's some great names from the game here, and it's just a privilege to be asked to do such an event.
We should ever have to go through any of that. So you're going to make a difference tonight. You're going to stop that happening. So thank you very much. You're going to dig deep. An explanation on the captain's armbands, because I've just been nudged about that one. Team captains, what we're asking you to do is to collect the money in off your table for the envelopes, and we're going to enter you into a separate draw later on to win a couple of fantastic prizes as well. We'll keep on reminding you through the night. Look, you are going to make a difference. We are going to stop that happening. Shouldn't happen to anybody. If we can't stop it, who can? Thank you very much. Have a good night. Cheers.
Well done, Danny, and well done. Thanks very much for all the NSPCC team here this evening, helping out and collecting. So do what you can for it, won't you? Also, you'll see down this side there are some fantastic photographs, signed memorabilia. A real great chance to get some souvenirs from tonight. Go along there and you can put your own bid down in the side of Midfielders. We're going to start in the 60s with a real winner. This player was part of a football family, came south to Tyneside from Hibernian to spend a couple of seasons at St James's Park, where he guaranteed his place in Newcastle history by playing a key role in United's famous Fairs Cup winning team. He scored the club's first goal in European competition and was on target again in the final. Please welcome Jim Scott. They're getting quicker up onto the stage the younger we get now. Next, one of several local lads who managed to make the major step up from non-league to professional football around the late 70s, early 80s. They were amazing stories. He signed from North Shields and was a relentless worker in the middle of the park, making 69 appearances. Please welcome Peter Cartwright. Yet only played 39 games for the club, but in those few matches, this £150,000 signing from Blackpool managed to prove himself one of the most gifted players ever to pull on the black and white shirt. St James's Park went into mourning when a knee injury forced him out of the game at just 27. It's Tony Green.
Bobby.
Can I please have everybody's attention? Can the guys at the back hear me? Can I have a wave if you can hear me? Okay, I'm still waiting for Secure Shield and Andy Robson's table. Table 6. If Secure Shield would like to...
To remember golf club, think of Ben. Ben's father used to come back from the pub and thrash him with a forward until he was black and blue. So to remember golf club, think of Ben.
Excuse me, lad. Lad. Can you move? Sorry.
Lads,